A house owner was having her house painted. She was advised that she would require 25 kg paint. Allowing for 15% wastage and assuming that the paint is available in 2 kg cans only, what would be the cost of paint purchased if one can cost rupees 16? Okay, suppose she bought X kgs. Now out of this X kgs, 15% is wastage. That should be equals to the paint required for painting the house. That means 0.85x is 25. So how much paint is purchased in kgs? 25 by 0.85. 25 divided by 0.85. 29.42 kgs of paint should be purchased. But she can't purchase 29.42 kg, isn't it? So let me upper bound it to 30 kgs because it's given that paints are only available in cans of 2 kgs. So for 30 kg paints, number of cans required would be 30 by 2, that is 15. And so cost of only paint would be 15 cans at the rate rupees 16 per can. 15 into 16 is rupees 240. Option A fits in. Read this question. This is really very interesting question from mixture. A contains 100 liter of pure milk. Container A have milk 100 liters. While B contains water 200 liters. 40 liter is removed from A and mixed with B. First, now 40 liter of the resulting solution of B is removed and mixed with A. Second step. This process is repeated indefinitely. It's keep on moving. What is the final percentage of milk in A? What will happen after like 10 times or 20 or 100 or infinity or very large number? What will happen at the end? These kind of question, if we try to solve using 40 liter transferred and the ratio and then again try to build up what will be the ratio once 40 liter is again there in can A, will end up in a mess, isn't it? We'll use a bit of logic here with magic. The logic is worst case scenario. This will help us out in framing what will happen in infinity. Suppose instead of transferring 40 liters, this capacity of jar B is quite large, then instead of transferring 40 liters, if I transfer the entire 100 liter into jar B, then what will happen in jar B? In jar B, I'll have 100 liters of milk and 200 liters of water. That means milk and water would be in the ratio of 1:2. Okay. Now, if I transfer 100 liter of the mixtures from here into this empty jar A. So what will happen when 100 liter of mixture is transferred? I'll have 100 liter of mixtures and here milk and water would be in the ratio of 1:2 again. Now again I transfer this 100 liter of mixture here. Then again the ratio becomes 1:2 in B. And now if I transfer 100 liters from B to A, again I'll have 1:2 ratio of milk and water in can A, isn't it? And As many times I keep on repeating this, the ratio remains same as 1:2 in A, then it will become 1:2 in B, then again 1:2 in A, and it will keep on moving. So, what is the final percentage of milk in jar A? It is 1/3, that is 33.33%. Worst case scenarios always helps. Answer is B. If x upon y plus z minus x equals y upon x plus z minus y equals z upon x plus y minus z is equals to 2k. Which of the following cannot be the value of k? Now we know from the equality of ratios, each ratio should be equals to sum of antecedents, that is x plus y plus z, we call it numerator, divided by sum of consequents. If I add up this, y plus z minus x cancel out, y cancel out, z cancel out, we are left with again one set of x plus y plus z. Okay. So each ratio is x plus y plus z upon x plus y plus z. Now, I can cancel out this x plus y plus z only when it is known that x plus y plus z is not equals to 0. Now, nothing is given about x plus y plus z about whether it is 0 or not. So, let us assume that it is not equals to 0. If it is not equals to 0, then value of each ratio should be 1. That is equals to 2k. Therefore, k is equals to half. Okay, so k can assume the value half when x plus y plus z is not equals to 0. But as said, we can't take half an assumption when nothing is mentioned in the particular question as far as MCQ are related. So let us see what will happen if x plus y plus z is equals to 0. Then y plus z would be equals to minus x, x plus z is minus y, and x plus y is equals to minus z. Now, if I put x plus z is equals to minus x here, so this ratio will become x upon minus 2x. Minus x minus 2x, this will be minus half. If I put x plus z is equals to minus y, this will also become y upon minus 2y, that is minus half. If I put x plus y equals to minus z, this will also become z upon minus 2z, that is equals to minus half. That means here in case 2, we will have 2k equals to minus half. That means k is minus 1/4. So k can assume value half or minus 1/4. But it will not assume value 2/3. Option C should be the answer. Every body in motion has two kinds of energy: kinetic energy and potential energy. The total energy of the body equal to the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. Total energy is kinetic plus potential. For a body of a given mass, the kinetic energy is proportional to the square of its velocity or speed. K is proportional to square of its velocity. And potential energy is proportional to the height from the ground. Is proportional to height from the ground. A body of a certain mass moving at a speed of 4 and at a height of 3 above the ground has a kinetic energy of 200 units. So 200 units kinetic energy, let it be K1 into, what was the velocity? Velocity was 4 units, 4 is square. That means K1 constant 1 for the first frame is 200 by 16, 450, so that is 12.5. Okay, and the total energy is 950 units. If total energy is 950 units, that means potential energy should be 950 minus the kinetic energy, that is 750. Now, can I say 750 is equals to another constant K2 into height? Height is given as 3 above the ground, 3 units. That means value of K2 is 250. Now I can write my equation. Total energy is 12.5 V square plus 250 H. What will be the total energy of the same body moving at a speed of 2? 12.5 into 2 is square plus at a height of 5, 250 into 5. Okay, so 4 into 12.5 will give us 50, and 250 into 5 is 1250, so it would be 1300 units. Type in the answer 1300. In a market, the price of medium quantity mangoes is half that of good quantities mangoes. So if price of good quantity mangoes is 2x, we're talking about price, then price of medium quantity mangoes is x. A shopkeeper buys 80 kg of good mangoes. Quantity purchase is 80 kg of good mangoes and 40 kg of medium mangoes. So how much it been paid? 40x for medium and 160x for good mangoes. Total investment 200x in rupees. Then sells all these at a common price, which is 10% less than the price at which he bought the good mangoes. So good mango price is 2x. 10% less means 90% recovery. 1.8x is the selling price. Of how many mangoes? Of 120 kgs of mango. That is the total quantity bought in. 40 plus 80. Okay, so 120 into 1.8 is the selling price. So total selling price of 120 kg is 1.8x into 120. That will give us 216x. Find his overall profit. So obviously here he made a profit of 216x minus 200x by 200x cost price into 100. We'll get profit percentage. 16 by 2, that is 8%. Option B. If Tina sells 60 identical toys at a 40% discount on printed price or marked price, then she makes a profit of 20%. I'll stop here. I'll use my rule 3 to actually find out that how much is the marked up price. Actual profit is marked price minus discount minus MP into D by 100. Actual profit made by Tina is 20%. Marked up we don't know. Discount offer 40% minus 40 M by 100. So 60 equals 60 M by 100. M is 100%. She marked up everything by 100%. So let me assume CP is 100. Then retail price or the marked price is 100 plus 100, that is 200. She make a profit of 20%. That means profit per unit is rupees 20. Now 20 into 60 is how much? 1200. This is the total profit made by her by selling 60 toys and offering 40% discount on the printed price. 10 of these toys are destroyed in fire. Now she is left with only 50 units. While selling the rest, how much discount should be given on the printed price? See, the printed price is 200, it's not changing. so that she can make the same amount of profit. How much she want in return as revenue? Revenue from 50 units. How much does she is expecting? She is expecting the full recovery of cost price of 60 units, 60 into 100, and the profit of 1200. That means she is expecting 7200 from the revenue of 50 units. So selling price of 1 unit should be 7200 by 50, that is rupees 144. So how much discount she is ready to offer? Printed price is 200, isn't it? So 200 minus 144, that is 56 rupees of discount is what she can offer. Now how much is 56 on the printed price? 56 by 200 into 100 is 28%. She can offer a discount of 28% now only, so that she is making the same amount of profit as before. Option D fits in. A class consists of 20 boys and 30 girls. Boys and girls. Boys are 20, girls are 30. In the mid-semester examination, the average score of girls was 5 higher than that of boys. So let's average score of boys was X, then girls was X plus 5. In the final exam, however, the average score of girls dropped by 3. That means their average score becomes X plus 5 minus 3, that is X plus 2. While the average score of the entire class increased by 2. Okay, so let me first find what was the score of the entire class in the mid-semester. Entire class score would have been 20x plus 30x plus 150 divided by 50. That is 50x by 50 is x plus 3. That was the average score of entire class. Now the average score of class have increased by 2. That means now the new average of the class is x plus 5. The increase in the average score of boys is, let the new average score of boys is y, then we can have this equation na, 20y plus 30 into x plus 2 by 50 equals to new average x plus 5 of the entire class. So 20y plus 30x plus 60 is 50x plus 250, 20x 190. So y is x plus 190 by 20 is 9.5. So average of boys should be x plus 9.5. So the increase in the average score of boys is 9.5. Option C fits in. If a, b, c are 3 positive integers such that a is to b is 3 is to 4 and b is to c is 2 is to 1, then which one of the following is a possible value of a plus b plus c? Can we just find the joint ratio quickly? Yes, we will have 6, 8, 4. That means joint ratio is, if I divide this by 2, 3 is to 4 is to 2. So if I take common ratio x, a plus b plus c should be 3x plus 4x plus 2x, that is 9x. That means sum a plus b plus c is a multiple of 9. 2 plus 0 plus 1 is 3, it is not divisible by 9. 2 plus 0 plus 5 is 7, not divisible by 9. 2 plus 1 plus 0 is 3, again not divisible by 9. 207 is, sum of digits is 9, which is divisible by 9. So 207 can be the value of A plus B plus C. Why we are looking out like this? Because all these are positive integers. Values of A, B, C can't be in fraction. Option C fits in. Gargi, Tina and Manna invested money in the ratio, investment ratio 3:4:5 in fixed deposits, having respective annual interest rates of 6:5:4. Now what would be the return ratio? Return ratio is simply investment into interest rate ratio. That would be 18:20:20, or return ratio would be 9:10:10. What is the total interest income in rupees after a year if Tina's interest income exceeds Gargi by 250? Tina's income exceeds Gargi, that means 10 minus 9 equals 1 point ratio difference is equals to 250. Then what is the total income of all three? 10 plus 10, 20 plus 29. So if 1 point difference is 250, 29 points will correspond to 29 into 250, that is 7250. So whether it is on compound interest or simple interest hardly matter, because the question is only for a year. So we can do it straight away like this. 7250 would be the total interest income of all three. Option D. A person invested a total amount of rupees 15 lakh. A part of it was invested in a fixed deposit, earning 6% annual interest, and the remaining amount was invested in two other deposits in the ratio 2:1. Okay, remaining amount is in the ratio 2:1. Earning rates are 4% and 3% respectively. If the total annual interest income is 76,000, then the amount in rupees invested in fixed deposit, we need to find this. Okay, can I find the weighted return from the investment of part B? That should be 2 into 4 plus 1 into 3 by 2 plus 1 is 3. 8 plus 3 is 11 by 3. So weighted return from part B should be 11 by 3%. And return from part A is 6%. Now overall return is 76,000. So I can use rule 6 here, all in process. What would be the return on 15 lakh if invested at 6%? It would be 90,000. I'm using all in concepts, the Lion concepts of rule 6, all in. What will happen if all in is given to that respective part in the mixture? So if the entire 15 lakh is invested at 6%, I should get 90,000 as the return. Now others, if the entire 15 lakh is invested in type B type of investment, I should get 15 lakh into 11 by 300 as return. 0 gone, it would be 5,000, that is 55,000 should be my return. But how much is the interest income? 76,000. So based on these three, if I use my butterfly in all in concept, the ratio which I'll get would be the ratio of the money invested in fixed deposits and other categories, that is type B. 90 minus 76 will give me 14,000, and 76 minus 55 will give me 21,000. So I can see the investment is in the ratio of 3:2. So how much is invested in FD? Investment in FD is 3 by 5 of 15 lakh. That is 9 lakh. Since type in the answer is there and we need to type in the amount in rupees, answer is 9 lakh. Rajni and Gargi are among 22 students who write an examination. Rajni's score is 82.5 and let's Gargi's score is X. So we have 20 more students and their average score is S. Okay, so the total score is 20S. The average score of 21 students other than Gargi is 62. That means 20S plus 82.5 by 21 is equals to 62. Done. The average score of all 22 would be 82.5 plus X plus 20S divided by 22. This is average score of all 22. This is one more than average score of 21 students other than Rajni. So this is X plus 20S by 21. One more than this, plus 1. Now, shall we solve this now? For 2. That is 51. The score of Gargi is 51, option A. Interesting sum in the sense that volume and mass both are involved in this particular mixture sum. A chemist mixes two liquids 1 and 2. 1 liter of liquid 1 weighs 1 kg, fine with this, and 1 liter of liquid 2 weighs only 800 grams. This is not good. If half of the liter of mixture we have, suppose this is A and B, half liter of that mixture weighs 480 grams. Okay. Now, what is the percentage of liquid 1 in the mixture in terms of volume? Let's use our rule 6 once again. But how? Suppose if I mix this 1 liter of A and 1 liter of B, what would be my weight? Weight would be 1800 grams. Isn't it? If entire 1 liter and 1 liter is mixed. Cut to. This is like half a liter of mixtures. So if I have 1 liter and 1 liter, that is 2 liter. Suppose I mix them up 2 liters. This is half liter mixture which weight is 480 grams. What would be the weight of 2 liter of such a mixtures? 480 into 2, that is 1920 grams. If I have taken 2 liters of this mixture, the weight should be 1920 grams, or we can start with only 1 liter also. What if the entire mixture is of type A? What would be the weight of 2 liters of such mixture? It would be 200 grams. And what if the entire 2 liter is of type B? It should be 1600 grams. But our mixtures of 2 liter is 1920 grams. Isn't it? Difference 320, difference 80, ratio 4:1 by volume. How much is liquid A in the mixture? 4 by 5 as proportion, that is 80%. Option C fits in. On selling a pen at 5% loss, that means minus 5p by 100, and a book at 15% gain, plus 15b by 100, Gargi gains rupees 7. This is equals to 7. Can I write this as minus 5p plus 15b is equals to 700, where p and b are respectively the cost price of pen and a book. If She sells the pen at 5% gain, that means 5p by 100, and the book at 10% gain plus 10b by 100, she would have gained rupees 13. So we have another equation, 5p plus 10b is 1300. Can I add them up? Then I'll have 25b equals 2000. B is 2000 by 25. That is 80. Okay, cost price of B is 80. Now what is asked? What is the cost price of the book? Okay, brilliant. We have the answer. Cost price of book is rupees 80. Option A fits in. A 20% ethanol solution is mixed with another ethanol solution, say S of unknown concentration, in the proportion 1:3 by volume. This mixture is then mixed with an equal volume of 20% ethanol solution. So now we have one more 20% ethanol solution, equal volume. So let me take this as a 1 liter, this as 3 liters, and then this as 4 liters. Okay, so this would be in the ratio 1:3:4. If the resultant mixture is 31.25%, how much is 31.25%? It would be 3125 by 100 into 100. If I divide 25 by 4, 25, 3125 would give me 125. Again, this is 5 and 4. So actually 31.25% is 5 by 16 as a fraction. So now if I find the weighted concentration of these three combined together, that weighted concentration of S should be 5 by 16. So how much is the ethanol? Weighted combination of ethanol should be 5 by 16. In 1 liter, 20% means 1 by 5 plus S percent in 3 liter is 3S by 100 plus 20% in 4 is 4 by 5. So this much is out of total volume, that is 8 liters. This fraction should be 5 by 16, isn't it? So let's solve this. 2. So we have 2 by 5 plus 4 into 2 is 8, that is 10 by 5 will give me 2 plus 6S by 100 is equals to 5, or 6S by 100 is equals to 3. 3 2 times, and this is 50. Therefore S is equals to 50. Find the unknown concentration of S. Unknown concentration of S is 50%, option C. Two types of tea, A and B, are mixed and then sold at rupees 40 per kg. Selling price of mixture is rupees 40 per kg. The profit is 10% if A and B are mixed in the ratio 3:2, and profit is 5% if this is mixed in the ratio 2:3 and sold at rupees 40 per kg. The cost price per kg of A and B are in which ratio? Let's the cost price of A and B be A and B respectively. Then we know that cost price into 100 plus profit by 100 is equals to selling price. So this would be cost price of mixture and this is selling price of mixture. So what is the first set of information giving us? It is 3:2. So can I say 3A plus 2B upon 3 plus 2 is 5, that is cost price of the mixture, into 100 plus 10 by 100 is equals to selling price of the mixture, that is 40. Okay, this is 110. So let me make it 11. So I have 33A plus 22B equals 400 into 5 is 2000. That is the first equation we have. Now the second set of information says if these two are mixed in the ratio 2:3, then it would be 2a plus 3b upon 5. We'll get a profit of 5%. 105 by 100 would be equals to 40. Correct? 521 times 520. So 42a plus 63b equals 4000. That is equation 2. Now I need to find the ratio of the cost price. So shall I equate 1 and 2? Yes, we can equate it. This is 2000, this is 4000. If I multiply this by 2, then this will also become 4000. So I can equate these two. So what we have after equating 1 and 2 is 2 times 33a plus 22b equals 42a plus 63b. 66a minus 42a is 63b minus 44b. So this gives 24a is 19b. That means a is to b is 19 is to 24. That fits in option C. Deepti borrowed rupees 2,10,000 from a bank at an interest rate of 10% per annum compounded annually. The loan was repaid in 2 equal installments, the first one after 1 year and the second one after another year. The first installment was interest of 1 year plus part of the principal amount, while the second was the rest of the principal amount plus due interest thereon. Then each installment is. Whenever money is borrowed at compound interest and we are paying it off in equal installment, the easiest way out is to use this particular present value format. Loan amount equals summation of installment upon 1 plus I to the power n, or let me make it x, where x equals to 1 to n, if it is being repaid in n equal installment. In our case n is 2, we are repaying it in 2 equal installment, and I is 10%, 10% is 0.10 because I equals to r by 100. And in our case x will assume value 1 and 2. Loan amount is 2,10,000. So 2,10,000 should be equals to a upon 1 plus 0.1, that is 1.1, plus a upon 1.1 whole square. 1.1 whole square is 1.21. So let's take LCM 1.21. So it would be 1.1a plus a, that is 2.1a upon 1.21. Therefore a would be simply 2,10,000 into 1.21 divided by 2.1. And yes, our dost is here. Let's see. 2,10,000 into 1.21 divided by 2.1 is 1,21,000. So installment amount is 1,21,000. Since it is a theta type question, each installment is maybe in rupees, it would be given to us. We'll feed in 121,000. Gargi borrows rupees X from Arhit. Arhit have given money to Gargi at the rate of 8% annual interest. Rupees X. Gargi then add rupees Y to it of her own and lends x plus y to Tina at the rate 10% annual interest. At the end of the year, after returning Arhit's due, the net interest retained by Gargi is same as that accrued to Arhit. Stop. Let's frame this equation first. How much is the earning of Gargi? 10%, that is 0.1 of x plus y. How much he is supposed to pay back to Arhit? 8%, 0.08 of x. After paying back, what she is left with, the net interest retained by Gargi, is same as accrued to Arhit. So that is equals to 0.08x. From here, we can have the ratio of x is to y, isn't it? So 1 by 10 into x plus y would be, add up 0.16, 16 by 100x. So we have 10x plus 10y equals 16x, or 5y will be equals to 3x from first equation. On the other hand, had Gargi lent rupees x plus 2y to Tina at 10%, that means in this case her income is 0.1 of x plus 2y minus 0.08x, then the interest retained by her would have increased by rupees 150. So this should be equals to 0.08x plus 150. So x by 10 plus y by 5 equals 16x by 100 plus 150. We are looking out for x plus y. Okay, so from here, what is the value of x we have? X is 5y by 3. Okay, so, or y is 3x by 5. That would be easy to put up. Yes, so x by 10 plus 3y by 5 into 5 is 25 minus 16, or let me write it at 3x, 16x by 100 is 150. So I'm multiplying throughout by 100. 10x plus 12x minus 16x is 15,000. 22 minus 16 is 6. So we have 6x equals to 15,000. X would be 2500. Yes? Okay. So we have x. So y is 3 into 2500 by 5. That would be 1500. So what is x plus y? X plus y is 2500 plus 1500. That is 4000. Since theta is there, we'll type in 4000. Answer is asked in rupees. Now all the interests are compounded annually doesn't make sense here, because since all the data is for 1 year, simple interest, compound interest, both calculation remain same. So it's of no use here. Even if like simple interest is written, we will end up getting the same result. Answer would be 4000.